And now let us prepare our hearts and our minds for a time of meditation. I invite you to find a comfortable position in your seats. Close your eyes if you wish, and take a few deep breaths. Let go of any distractions or worries that may be on your mind.
I forgive you. I forgive me. I forgive all and live my life in peace. I forgive you. I forgive me. I forgive all and live my life in peace. I forgive you. I forgive me. I forgive all and live my life in peace.
And if you haven't done so already, I invite you to gently close your eyes or soften your gaze, whatever is comfortable for you, and to bring your attention to the breath. If it's helpful for you, if you want to place your hand on your heart, you're welcome to do that, or simply be wherever you are. And to focus on your breath and not change it, but just notice its movement. Feeling that breath move in and out of our lungs, our chest gently rising and falling. And as we are comforted and supported by the seat that we are in, we feel our bodies sink a little bit deeper and relax and let go. There's nothing in this moment that you need to fix or improve or even release right now. Simply be present. And now bring your awareness to the center of your chest, that beautiful space and place of feeling and compassion and truth. Imagine that this space is gently opening, not opening in a way that is giving anything away, but to receive ease, to receive love, hope, and peace. And as you receive, I invite you to silently affirm, I am safe in this moment, and I am held in awareness. I am safe in this moment and I am held in awareness. Breathe that in. And today, as we talk about forgiveness, it's not something you do to yourself. It's something you allow for yourself and at your own pace. I invite you to bring something to mind that you are still holding on to. And when you bring it to mind, we don't hold on to all the energy of it. Just notice the thought. It could be a resentment, a regret, or a self-judgment, or simply the heaviness that you're tired of carrying. Don't need details. Again, you don't need to, you just need to notice the feeling of it. And then, without even trying to change it, say gently to yourself, I am willing to be free of this burden. Let's take just a moment to sit in the silence with that statement. I am willing to be free from this burden. Today, we choose peace. Imagine that whatever it is that you've been holding is placed in the care of spirit to be transformed. Self-compassion is here and is ours, and we choose this by honoring our highest self, by tapping into spirit. And it's as simple as simply breathing, noticing your thoughts, and surrendering. And as we move from this space of sacred surrender I invite you to feel yourself getting back in your body again by wiggling your toes or your fingers, or maybe moving around a little bit. Welcoming yourself back to this time and to this space. When you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes, bringing with you only that which feels right and true. We are here, and all is well. So it is.
When the anger has died and the shame disappears, with the echoes of lies spoken over the years and accepted no more, we let go of the fear. There's nothing left but forgiveness. After heartache and sorrow and love that has died, and the most bitter feelings we kept deep inside fade to nothing as lessons of life realized. There's nothing left but forgiveness. And when the reasons have vanished and their power is gone, and the places they took us have led us back home, and the hatred forgotten has left us alone, there's nothing left but forgiveness. Only so far we'll go till the sorrow will cease, and the anger and heartache turns into peace, and we stand in the silence and feel a release. There's nothing left but forgiveness. Nothing left but forgiveness. Forgiveness. We need forgiveness. Forgiveness.
David Trolley, thank you so very much. What a blessing you are to all of us. So this year, we are starting out with Reverend Robert Bremett's book, Living Originally. I know some of you are in one of the two classes, and that's going really well. If you're just popping in this Sunday and maybe haven't caught the last couple Sundays, quite all right, you're not missing anything. We're talking about the third practice today of Living Originally, which is called Unlimited Forgiveness. So, a few weeks ago, we talked about radical self-awareness, which is moving out of autopilot living and into conscious presence. So, expanding our inner awareness and moving that outward into every area of life. And then last week, Reverend Rich talked about deep self acceptance, which is moving beyond simply noticing the patterns and welcoming ourselves fully without judgment, without resistance or conditions. And today we're talking about unlimited forgiveness. And today's invitation is to rethink forgiveness, not as something we give to each other when we've earned it, but as a liberated inner practice that restores our own peace. So Reverend Rich and I again have come up with the theme this year for 2026 as living authentically, which is living from the truth of who you really are, not who you were conditioned to be or what fear tells you to be, or not what you or even others think you should be. Because the truth is that our nature is twofold. We are both human and divine. I've often heard it say in Unity, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And when we look at Jesus in the Christian scriptures, we look at Jesus as a master teacher and a way shower. He was the first person to fully realize his divinity, his Christ nature. It took me decades to realize that Christ is actually not Jesus's last name. That was never shared in the church that I grew up in the faith tradition I grew up in. But what that's referring to is Jesus the Christ. It's the Christ nature. It's that full realization of divinity. And each and every one of us are created in that image and in that likeness. Therefore, we are both human and divine. In the Gospel of John, chapter 14, verse 12, Jesus says, I tell you the truth. Anyone who believes in me will do the same works as I have done, and even greater works, because I am going to be with the Father. And so, what that tells us is that gives us an indication that Jesus was not the exception, that the works, that the healing, the miracles, the wonders, the power that he had is exactly what we possess as well. And when he says, because I am going to be with the Father, that's talking about going to the absolute, to God, to the unlimited. So when we are in that space and operating from that space, we can do all things through awareness and acceptance and spiritual practice as well. So life is this process of moving through the layers to uncover what is at our core. And what's at our core is that divinity. And sometimes I look at life and I want to treat it like Christmas morning. If I'm trying to uncover that, I know that there's this gift inside me. And so I just want to have it in front of me and go ahead and rip off the wrapping paper and see what's inside and get there. And yet, this process of discovering our divinity is a lifelong practice, not just something we immediately throw open and then, we ascend. No, this is a journey, my friends. And these practices are called living curriculum. And life sure has a tendency to write itself, doesn't it? We think of the power of our consciousness. It's like if we think, say I want to get a blue car. I just really want, I'm affirming it. I really want to get this blue car. You'll notice that if you're holding that, when you are out and about, every blue car you see is going to stand out to you. Because that is what it's in the forefront of your mind. You're looking for that. Principle 3 in Unity says that our thoughts become things, that there's momentum to it. And I also believe that our feelings, thoughts and feelings that are held in mind produce after their kind. And so when I think about opportunities to forgive, my goodness, those come out of the woodworks. I have there's two people that in my life that I had to lovingly release, and there will be more about that a little bit later. But there have definitely been opportunities that have come up to forgive. Even this morning, I woke up this morning to find out I am leaving shortly after service here to go on a business trip, and the package that has all of my materials that was supposed to arrive at the hotel yesterday actually isn't arriving until Monday afternoon. And so I'm in a space where I could be upset and frustrated. And I thought, well, I gave it to you. So I've got cat hair flying all over the places. My cat is all over the place here this morning. And I forgive you and I forgive myself. But I could get so worked up about the fact that this package didn't get here and why is it not this? And now I've got to go to work and and there is all this energy. There's all this, okay, fur flying in the air, whatever that may be, whatever those thoughts are, instead of just accepting what is. The package is going to be late, period. Is there really anything to forgive? No. And do I have the ability to run to my office and still make it in time to the airport to get a few things that I need until that package arrives? Yes. So I am focused on prioritizing protecting my peace. And it's that willingness to release that which no longer serves me and my peace and choose freedom and compassion and truth. Because there is a twofold nature of our ego. There is the unhealthy aspect. And that unhealthy aspect of our ego, oh, it thrives on drama because drama is really the key to keep the self-image intact. It keeps those old wounds alive. It validates the story that life is happening to us, not for us. And unforgiveness, that decision, which is often conscious, is for us, it allows us to keep carrying the pain of the past hurt into the present. So it's not the original wound itself. It's not the event that happened. It's the ongoing relationship with the wound. It is that story. The other aspect is there's the healthy ego, and that's the part of you that creates a stable sense of self, that protects your well-being, and that helps you navigate life with clarity without needing to dominate, perfect, perform, or prove. So the goal isn't to kill the ego, it's to train it to serve and not rule. In the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 18, verses 21 and 22, it says, "Then Peter came to him and asked, 'Lord, how often should I forgive someone who sins against me? 7 times?' 'No, no, not 7 times,' Jesus replies, 'but 70 times 7.'" That's a lot of times. That's 490 times. And of course, when I was young, I heard that verse and I thought, so if I get to 489, it didn't work. It's not about hitting that number. What it is, this is unlimited forgiveness, ongoing forgiveness. It is a practice that we integrate. And in Unity, we do this through denials and affirmations. By denying the power that we have given to something to be kind of lorded over us, to let go and to affirm that which we want in our life. And so these two friends that I mentioned that I needed to lovingly release, I was carrying this false idea that it was my responsibility to try and change them. Has anybody else had this in their life where you thought If only they would see things my way, if only my family would show up as I need them to, then I wouldn't be bitter. Um, you know, it's our responsibility to release things, people, places, things, release them to God. Because when we let go and we let God, we free both of us. So we don't forgive to help someone else heal. We forgive so our own hearts can breathe. And what forgiveness is not is it's not excusing harm. It's not about forgetting boundaries or reconciliation without safety. If you think of a situation where someone has abused you in any form or in anyone you love, you're not dismissing that and excusing that. There's also the term spiritual bypassing, which is something that can be done really in any faith tradition, but you can often hear it in unity since unity is positive, practical, and progressive. And what spiritual bypassing is that it's avoiding emotional truth by hiding behind spiritual language. So it's like if you were to say, everything happens for a reason, you know, sounds good. And yes, it's true that everything does happen for a reason. But when you say it, you are bypassing the grief, the anger, the fear, or the accountability. So it goes straight to the answer without doing the work behind it. Bypassing is saying, well, I shouldn't feel this. So when you say I shouldn't feel this, that feels like a judgment, and it is a judgment. But real spirituality says, I can feel this and still be whole. This has happened or can happen to me, and I am still whole. We've all experienced heavy things in life, and maybe that's something that you are walking through right now. It could be a relationship shifting or a diagnosis, a death, a shift in circumstances or living situations, whatever that may be. Life is still going to happen. Injustice is still going to happen. Tragedy is still going to happen. Fear is going to still happen, and hate is going to happen. That's not the end of the story, because truth is still going to happen. Triumph is still going to happen. Faith and love are still going to happen. And we know that love, which is what always wins. So we're not just left in this space of heartache. We can witness the heartache that is happening in the world, and yet it is a chapter of our lives. It is not the entire story. So each new moment is an opportunity to choose again. And this is not about perfection. It is progress, not perfection in this. But the more we become aware and the more that we accept things as they are, we work toward the willingness to forgive. How many of you have things in your life that you have not forgiven? Apparently, my cat has something to say about that as well. I don't know if you heard her meow, but yes, we all have our own forgiveness work that needs to take place. And so there is some beauty in that. Again, it's not about ripping open that package on Christmas morning and undoing our lives to get to the center of that. It is practice, it is progress, and it requires another P word that usually makes me cringe a little bit, and it's patience. It just made me think of that quote, the lessons are in the journey, not the destination. And I used to think, meh, meh, meh. Well, sometimes I want to get to the destination, all right? And yet there are lessons in that. In Myrtle Fillmore, who's one of Unity's co-founders, has this book called How to Let God Help You. And in chapter 11, there was this great paragraph that I want to share with you. And it says that forgiveness is not silent consent, the negative appearance of making the best of a situation while underneath there is resentment. Forgiveness is the act of putting something else in place of the thing forgiven. You put the you put the positive realization of the truth of being in place of the appearance of negation and adversary, which is your senses and your intellectual training report. In simpler terms, it does not matter that there is no immediate transformation. You have made use of your God power to erase the appearance and to establish truth. Such an attitude invites only the best from other souls. And we do live in a country and a culture nowadays of instant gratification and immediate results. I ate a veggie today. Why didn't I lose 30 pounds by now? I'm curious. I'm also not sure how we all survived dial-up, but we did. So you notice that even when there's the slightest hesitation, it's like, okay, come on, come on. And it's like, it's happening, but things have progressively been speeding up. And so I love that Myrtle said it doesn't matter that there is no immediate transformation. There is work that is being taken, that has taken place behind the scenes. And I love the statement that a move of God is on the way. A move of God is already taking place. And it takes place too through our practices, and it's through our practices that we really notice. So, my friends, I invite you to ask yourself, what is it that you're still carrying that you're ready to set down? Or where might forgiveness be a gift to yourself? Because a lot of times it cannot necessarily be anyone else, it's us. We are the ones who need to forgive ourselves. We are the ones who need to be kind to ourselves. And so, in that, forgiveness does become a gift, but it is ours to slowly unwrap. And if you are not ready to forgive something in your life, pray for the willingness to forgive. Are you willing to forgive yourself? Are you willing to forgive some other person? So know that forgiveness unfolds in layers and that even just awareness is enough for today. I love each and every one of you so dearly. And I invite you to go forth and be the love and the light that you already are. Grace, peace, forgiveness on your journey. So it is.